Imagine a world without hunger and poverty. Imagine every child in the world has not just a meal, but an education. With added support, this distant future is not that far away. Social businesses are making great strides to eradicate hunger and poverty and other social issues throughout the world. In some parts of the world, school attendance in poor neighborhoods has grown exponentially due to the mission of social business. Social businesses are truly changing the world. Let's take a look at what social businesses are, what they do, and how we can help. Here we go. So what is a social business? A social business directly addresses social needs through their products and services or through the number of disadvantaged people they employ. They usually do one of two things. They either employ those who are unemployable, disadvantaged, or they provide a service that meets a social need. They are for-profit companies. That makes them different than nonprofits, but profit is not their primary motive, and then which makes them self-sustaining. So instead of living off of grants and giving like most nonprofits or NGOs, they actually have to support themselves through the business that they actually operate. So now that we understand what they are, let's take a look at what they do. Social businesses show people they can do it instead of telling them they can't. There was a study recently published for the Obama administration, and this statement came right out of there. It said, most people who are physically, mentally, economically, or educationally disadvantaged are capable of holding a job, earning competitive wages, and building careers. Nevertheless, all but a few are still a drain on the country's system and their treasure, despite being one of the greatest treasures. There was also a study done that was in conjunction with that report that basically took the value of the cost on society of these people being coddled and being held in the hand of welfare and all the other programs that support many of these people. And then they also added to it the wages, that a living wage for these people, as well as the economic advantage of them putting that money back out in the economy. And they adjusted it for today's dollars, and they considered that one job is worth $100,000 in economic value. So when we look at Pride Industries out of Minnesota, they employ 27 people who are disabled or disadvantaged. So the value of that is $270 million a year in economic advantage just with one social business. Now we'll look at another type of social business. There's social businesses that are customer focused. So they also provide solutions to social problems. An example, when this thing works, right? Sorry about that. The example here is Matt Damon. He, along with his friend Gary White, in 2009 co-founded Water.org. Water.org is a social business that provides wells and water systems and sanitation systems for some of the poorest areas of the world. And instead of just giving them fresh water and drilling a well and walking away, they bring education. They use microloans so the community actually owns the project, and they use education and other tools to actually bring the community together to help them organize and be in charge of their future. Most of our disadvantaged and poor families in this nation around the world want the same thing you do, a better life for themselves and especially for their children. So how can we help? Let's take a look at first. You can support social businesses financially. One of the businesses me and my family support is Newman's Own. Paul Newman started this company in 1982. 100% of the profits go to charity, which is about $300 million since it was started. One of the charities he founded and supports is Hole in the Wall Camps, which actually is camps throughout the world for seriously ill children. And they support somewhere between 100 to 150 other charities through their work. Seek a career in social business. If you look at The School Foundation, they have a lot of links to a lot of social businesses that they support and they fund and grant. Another website is mpenterprise.net, and they list social businesses by state, so you can look at those. And then another key is what they call an L3C. This is a new classification of company. It's called a low profit limited liability corporation. And what it is a for-profit company that has the benefit of a nonprofit to where they can take on grants and they can take on donations to help support the social cause that they are being funding. And then third, start your own social business. Right here in Muncie, Indiana, there's a lot of empty homes. There are people that are without jobs. There's plenty of social problems here in our own neighborhood, in our own city, and without the state of Indiana. There's things that we could do if we came together. We could find solutions to some of the problems right here in our own backyard. So now that we know, we can no longer claim ignorance. If you believe in the mission of social business, its impact on lives, families, and society, then you must act. Sitting on the sidelines waiting for Uncle Sam or some charity to act is irresponsible and unfathomable. Social businesses are truly changing the world. So I end asking this question: why not you? What can you do to solve a social need in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state?